The Porter Wagoner Show, starring Porter Wagoner and the Wagon Masters, with Speck Rhodes, Norma Jean, and guest star Carl Smith. Come in here, roll them, BC.
I walk the line. Say, Slick, I was just practicing up. I feel like I'd like to sing a duet with you this time.
I've done got me a singing partner picked out for today.
You cut me to the...
This is a TV first. Speck and I are going to do a duet.
Well, here's Porter Wagoner and It.
Blue, her hair was all blue. Her smile was like an angel dew. She was her daddy's only daughter on the Tennessee border. One night I took a ride just across the line. I picked her up in a pickup truck and she broke this heart of mine. Her mother said no, she's my only daughter, but we got married on the Tennessee border.
Her eyes were red, her name was Hannah. Her nose looked like a big banana. She was so fat I had some trouble. I thought that I was seeing double.
One night I took a ride just across the line. I picked her up in a pickup truck and she broke this heart of mine. Her mother said no, she's my only daughter, but we got married on the Tennessee border. All right. Thank you very much. That's mighty fine. Mighty good, Buck. Buck, that's a real old one. What's the name of that?
Bonaparte's Retreat.
Bonaparte's Retreat. That's fine, man. Thank you. Buck Trent there. Well, I'll tell you, things are happening around here, the old wagon house today. We've got one of our favorite people as our guest, one of the tall, good-looking fellas who's made some real wonderful records for the Columbia folks. So let's bring him out here right now and get him to do one of them. Carl Smith! Come on here.
Thank you. I always enjoy coming on this show because the audience is so big, I get to applaud myself.
Carl, it's real nice to have you visit with us.
Thank you. I've been looking forward to visiting with you ever since I was here last year.
Well, it's good to have you back.
Thank you for having me on so often. I appreciate it.
I'll tell you, this tune you're going to do here is one of your later records for Columbia. Tell us about it.
Well, all right, I guess. Well, I got on my watch and my big diamond ring. Got on my new suit of brown. Well, I'm sitting on your doorstep begging for your love. I'm the best dressed beggar in town. I'm the best dressed beggar in town. Well, I'm begging for your kisses, I guess I'll never see. Longing for love warm and sweet. Well, I'm asking for miracles I know can never be. No better than the beggar in the street. But I got on my watch and my big diamond ring. Got on sitting on your doorstep begging for your love. I'm the best dressed beggar in town. I'm the best dressed beggar in town. Well, I'm begging for your kisses, I guess I'll never see. Longing for love warm and sweet. I'm asking for miracles I know can never be. No better than the beggar in the street. But I got on my watch and my big diamond ring. Got on my new suit of brown. Well, I'm sitting on your doorstep begging for your love. I'm the best dressed beggar in town. I'm the best dressed beggar in town.
Carl, thank you very much, man. That's a wonderful job, as usual. Best dressed beggar in town. That's one of the best dressed entertainers in town. You know, we got a big kick out of old T. This guy is quite a character. He comes in the door of the television station hollering, "Roll 'em, BC, roll 'em."
Y'all was late there, wasn't you? That's a good-looking old Carl, isn't
He
he?
sure is, man. He's fine.
Don't ever go out to that rascal's house, though, and expect to ride horses. He got a bunch of wild Mustangs out there. One of them throwed me right in the pile of rocks. His whole driveway. He's got a rocky road leading up to his house about a mile, and here he come running down through there, me on that stupid horse, and down I went.
Yeah.
Like to kill me.
Was.
And he just laughed about it.
One leg, go get
I just bunged up one leg.
Yeah. How about
Knocked a little bark off.
you introducing our pretty girl singer
Oh,
today,
that's what
will
I
you?
come for.
All right.
I guarantee. This is about the prettiest thing that you've ever seen. Miss Norma Jean to sing a real pretty song. Hi, dollface.
Hi. We'd like to do one today, T, that some folks have asked us for, so we'll do it for some folks down in Texas, by the way. One called I Want to Live Again. We stopped living when our love died, and I want to live again. Our love grew cold a long time ago. We both know love is gone. And yet we stayed together. We just keep hanging on. It's wrong to live together when our love has reached an end. We stopped living when our love died, and I want to live again. I want to be kissed like I used to be, thrilled like I used to be, loved like I used to be. I want to live again. I want to be kissed like I used to be, thrilled like I used to be, loved like I used to be. I want to live again. Each time we kiss, we search for love that used to fill our hearts. But it's all wrong, the thrill is gone. We're just too far apart. We live a life of loneliness each day that we pretend. We stopped living when our love died, and I want to live again. I want to be kissed like I used to be, thrilled like I used to be, loved like I used to be. I want to live again. I want to be kissed like I used to be, thrilled like I used to be, loved like I used to be. I want to live again.
Thank you, Norma. Thank you very much. I want you to come back in a few minutes and do a duet with me here on the program. Miss Norma Jean, come back. I want you to do a little duet with me here that I recorded. You want on the G side here, don't you? Here's one that we have in an album called There's Always One. just a little.
Speaking of rockets, Porter, do you know if an athlete has athlete's foot, you know what an astronaut has?
What now?
If an athlete has athlete's foot, what does an astronaut have?
No, what does it have?
Mistletoe. You know, talking about T being late today, he's been helping me. We've been working down Sadler's store. They're crowded down there today.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. The products are going good. I was working over in the ladies' department, and there's a good-looking girl come in, and she walked over there, and I sold her a pair of stockings, see? She wanted some stockings. So I sold them to her, and she took them and went out of the store, and about an hour she come back, wanted a refund. Brought them back. I looked at her, I said, well, yeah, I'll be glad to give you money back. I said, what's the matter? Didn't these stockings come up to your expectations? She says, shucks, no, they didn't even come up to my knees. I'm gonna sing a silo, you know.
A silo?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I enjoyed singing with you, and I'm gonna sing this one by myself. All right, hit me a G chord. Me. I'm a plain old country kid, and I like to do what's right. But just like any other boy, I likes to hold 'em tight. Sometimes I got resistance, but no matter how I try, when a cute little chick, she looks at me with a gleam in her eye, and I said, hey, you better not do that. She said, why? And I said, call. And she said, why? I said, you just better not do that. When I was in a country school, I always had a girl that laughed and giggled awful sweet and put me in a whirl. Every day at recess time, he'd follow me outside. I'd scratch my head and wonder, are they ever satisfied? And I said, hey, you better not do that. She said, why? And I said, call. And she said, why? And I said, call. You just better not do that. When I was a little older, I went to a country dance. I went to have a little fun, wasn't looking for romance. But the dim lights just lured them on, they snuggled up to me. I knew I couldn't last too long, 'cause I'm human, you see. And I said, hey, hey, you'd better not do that. She said, why? And I said, call. And she said, why? And I said, call my doggies. You just better not do that.
Here's our hymn for today, one that I recorded several years ago, and we had several requests for it, called If Jesus Came to Your House. What would you do? What would you do if Jesus came to spend some time with you? If Jesus came to your house to spend a day or two, if he came unexpectedly, I wonder what you'd do. When you saw him coming, would you meet him at the door with arms outstretched in welcome to your heavenly visitor? Or would you need to change some things before you let him in, like burn some magazines and put the Bible where they'd been? Oh, I know you'd give your nicest room to such an honored guest, and all the food that you would serve to him would be the very best. And you'd keep assuring him that you was glad to have him there, that serving him in your home was joy beyond compare. But what about your family conversation? Would it keep up its normal pace? And would you find it hard each meal to say a table grace? Would you be glad to have him stay forever on and on? Or would you sigh with great relief when finally he had gone? You know, it might be interesting to know the things you'd do if Jesus came in person to spend some time with you. What would you do? What would you do if Jesus came to spend some time with you? Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed that one, and thanks so much for requesting it. You know, we want to get our guest back out here again. He was talking a while ago about him riding horses and having a lot of fun out his place. Carl has a beautiful ranch just outside of Nashville here, and we're always real happy to have him come visit us. He spends a lot of his time out there, too, and don't spend enough time coming to visit us. But it's good to have you back today, by the way.
Thank you, Porter. I appreciate you saying that. I want to dedicate this song to my horse.
Is that right?
It's the only fan I have left. I just thought I'd put that in there. And it's a dumb animal, you know. It doesn't know any better.
Carl, here's one of the songs that I heard you sing many years ago.
When you was a little boy.
No, I'm only kidding you. This is one of the old ones, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's called I Overlooked an Orchid While Searching for a Rose. The orchid is a flower that blooms so tenderly to thrill a Paris lady of the land. If placed beside a blushing rose, the rose would not compare. But how was such as I to understand? I overlooked an orchid while searching for a rose. The orchid that I overlooked was you. The rose that I was searching for has proved to be untrue. The orchid now I find, my dear, was you. The rose has lost its color, but the orchid is the same. And I am alone to face these lonely years. I didn't see the orchid, I was looking for a rose. But now I pay the price with bitter tears, 'cause I overlooked an orchid while searching for a rose. The orchid that I overlooked was you. The rose that I was searching for has proved to be untrue. The orchid now I find, my dear, was you.
Carl, thank you. Thank you. A beautiful job. Wonderful song, too, Carl. Thank you very much. And right now, we've got one of the fiddlingest little men on this show, I guess, of any place around the country, I'll tell you. We just came back from out in Texas.
We certainly did.
Out in your favorite part of the country, little Jack, didn't we?
Along with my people.
And how about doing us a tune here, will you?
All right.
Thank you very much, Jack. That's mighty fine, boy. And neighbors, I want to say thanks to our real fine guest for taking time to come visit with us, Mr. Carl Smith, and of course, pretty Miss Norma Jean, Old Roland BCP, we're always good to have him with us, by the way. And
Hey, Slick, if I have one more trip out to Carl's house, you can call me Tex. I'll be a riding rascal. Friends, this has been the Porter Wagoner Show, a half hour of the best in good old country picking and singing, featuring Porter Wagoner and the Wagon Masters, with Speck Rhodes, Norma Jean, and our special guest, Carl Smith. The Porter Wagoner Show, starring Porter Wagoner.